Hey guys, today we are going to be taking a look at a 2017 Ford Focus RS. Now this is a car for somebody who wants a small hot hatch. Now coming to the window sticker, we have the 2.3 liter EcoBoost engine. They call it GTDI to make it sound cooler. This one is actually, the RS comes loaded with basically everything you'd want. But this one has a few options. It has the equipment group 600A, the summer sport tires, 19-inch rims. They are black, and I do like that they are black. They have heated mirrors, heated seats, heated steering wheel, nav, the 50 state emissions, it does have a power moonroof. I call it a sunroof. Okay. It has a winter wheel and tire kit with it for $2,000 and a car cover for $400. Now, stepping inside, you do have smart key access system. No remote start on the RS because it is manual. You'd have to get a lot of things installed and it'd be expensive for that. But you do have lock, unlock, and your trunk here. So no panic, unfortunately. But again, so you just lock your vehicle, keep the key in your pocket, grab the door handle, and all of them unlock. Now coming to the interior, you do have the Focus interior from all Focuses, but this one's got a few cooler things in it. You do have blue stitching on the padded armrest here, hard touch plastic here and hard touch plastic here. For $45,000 almost, I would have liked to see better leather on the doors. Stepping inside, you do have the Recaro seats. Or no, these aren't Recaro, these are just the RS seats. I'm going to take off some of this plastic here, but they do have aggressive side bolsterings, suede inserts, as well as the blue stitching from the door panels and everywhere else in the vehicle. But it is just an amazing seat to be in. It really hugs you in. Now the steering wheel, it is a leather-wrapped steering wheel with a flat bottom. I do like the flat bottom steering wheel. I don't know why, but I do. You have the blue stitching here, as well as your RS badging here. Horn, that's good. Although people can hear you with that exhaust it has on it. But it is a really nice steering wheel. It has really aggressive side bolstering. Up here you do have some gauges for your oil temp, your turbo, and your oil pressure. Coming to the gauges here, normal Focus gauges really. They just have a little bit of blue and red on them. Really nice gauges though. I've always liked the gauges on the Escapes and all that too. So no problems there. You do have your automatic headlights, which are HID headlights, so nice and bright. Fog lights, trunk opener, and your panel dim. Over here is your Sync 3 display. Sync 3 is really amazing, actually. They've done a really good job with Sync 3. And your Sony audio system, which sounds great. Down here you do have your climate controls, and I do like that it has its own separate screen with dual zone. The knobs on this one don't feel too sure-footed, I guess you could say. They're kind of wobbly. This one's not as bad, but these ones are not as great as I would think they should be. You do have one USB port here, as well as a 12-volt outlet. Your 6-speed manual transmission, great transmission. I have nothing to complain about it. Heated steering wheel, your drive mode, which will actually make the exhaust sound a little bit poppier, which is nice. Auto start-stop, which I turn off every time I get into this thing. And your traction control off, which I wouldn't press, even though it is all-wheel drive. Down here you have your leather-wrapped parking brake. Sorry, I couldn't think of it. With the blue stitching as well as the boot to match. The cup holders are plenty big enough for your large Tim Hortons drink. The center console is absolutely tiny. I would love you to see anybody fit things in here. That's where you put your key to if it dies, so you can start the vehicle still. You do have another USB port and 12 volt. Put this back in if I can. The armrest is leather with blue stitching. Really nice car. I would actually love to have one of these in my future when they are probably used in like $20,000. Now stepping into the back seat, that is not really where I would sit, but it is for driving this thing. Because the clutch is good, but it's a little weird. But there's plenty of room back here. You could take a long trip and not really feel uncomfortable. Door panel materials do not carry over back here other than the blue stitching on the armrest Just a whole hunk of plastic. Not the nicest, again, coming from a $45,000 vehicle, but if you're the only one driving it or you have 2 people in here, it's not a big deal. There's no center armrest or cup holders back here, unfortunately. I don't know if that's a thing you can get installed or what, but it's kind of sad to not see it here, because everybody likes to have a drink when they're driving, of not alcohol. I'm sure you could put something in here. This is all the stuff that comes with the Focus. It's just tire caps, wheel locks, and stuff like that. You do have a little bit of storage here. There's nothing behind the sticker. Again, you have more speakers for your Sony audio. Now we're going to take a quick look at the trunk, then we will start it, go over the engine, and then we'll take it for a quick test drive. Now in the trunk, there's a ton of room back here for Focus. You do have no outlets back here, so if you're going camping or something, you can't really take this camping. You have a fix-a-flat system for your spare tire. I believe that's your Sony subwoofer. I couldn't tell you that to be exact, but that's what it looks like to me. Overall, the Focus RS, I would love to have it in blue, but this looks amazing. Down here is your dual exhaust, and it does get really loud. You can see the valve in there, which opens when you put it on sport mode, I believe. So we'll take a listen to that as well. These are your Michelin Pilot Super Sports. I've heard these are really good tires, really grippy. I haven't really had too much time behind the wheel of this, but they've been fine for what I've been doing with it. Right here are your blue painted calipers, which look nice. I would have rather had the blue paint on this, but the shadow black looks just fine. These are, let's see, 235 ZR19, so 19-inch rims. I wish they were glossy black, but matte black will do just as well. So now we will start it, take a look at the engine, get a quick rev, and then we will be taking a quick test drive as well. So since this is a manual vehicle, you have to put your foot on the brake and on the clutch. Make sure it's in neutral. That's just a safety thing. You can start it in whatever gear, I think, but I would keep it neutral. Parking brake does not have to be on, but I always put the parking brake on a manual. The key has to be in your pocket or in the vehicle somewhere. And then you just, again, put your foot on the brake and on the clutch and press the engine start-stop button to start it. Now, it sounds quite normal when you're not driving it, or when you're not driving it in sport mode. I apologize for that. So it's quiet, and you can get into the neighborhood without anybody complaining. You do have auto up and down for all 4 windows, which is really nice. I do appreciate that coming from a Focus. Right here is your controls for the power moonroof, which is automatic. Goes all the way back, so you have a nice open view. I do love having a sunroof or moonroof in a small car because it makes it feel more airy. So now let's take a fast look at the engine. There it is. Under the hood here is your 2.3 liter EcoBoost engine with a nice Ford Performance badge on it. They have a cold air intake in here, which I was surprised about. I will list the power specs and information in the video scrolling across the screen here. Now we're going to take a quick listen to the exhaust. It sounds amazing. Alright, so now we're going to take the Focus RS for a quick drive. Now, I'm not the best at driving a manual. I will start off with that, so don't expect me to be doing any crazy double clutch, tiptoe shifting and stuff like that. But I can drive it down the road without stalling for the most part. So if I do stall, I will make sure I put it in here so everybody can laugh at me and tell me how terrible of a manual driver I am. I have no tennis shoes, so I have to wear my bare feet, unfortunately, but they're nice and clean. So we're gonna get going here. Now it is very tame if you drive it correctly. And there you go. See, my first to second's never good. Again, I drive a F-150 on a daily basis, so expect it to be like that. Now we got to be very careful coming out of driveways and stuff because we don't want to scrape it or anything like that. Unfortunately, there's not really anywhere around here where I can do any quick driving, but I can tell you that this thing sounds amazing. You know what, we'll go right. Now, like I said, this is a sport-oriented car, therefore it's not going to drive as smooth down the road. It is very quick. I'm in, what, third gear right now? And it pulls like crazy. We'll shift into fourth here and just drive it normally. If you're driving it good, you can probably get 30 miles per gallon in this, but who's going to do that? You have a fast car. Why would you want to do that? Brakes are touchy. Now, I don't really want to go on too extended of a test drive here. It's a Focus. And also, I gotta have a little bit personal fun with it. So thank you guys for watching. Please comment, rate, and subscribe. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm really trying harder to get us some better videos and better cars, so you guys aren't just seeing the same old 2014 F-150 40,000 mile update. The steering in this, before I leave this video, it is so precise and it handles amazingly. I would love to have this vehicle to drive as a fun car. So again, thank you for watching. Please comment, rate, and subscribe. And I will try to get more vehicles that are fun and hopefully more vehicles that are unique.